Today we're making something very unusual, and it's an old East German dish. It was only eaten and cooked in East Germany. How it ever came to be invented, I have no idea. It's called Ragout. Heute machen wir ein altes ostdeutsches Rezept. Wie das je erfunden ist, habe ich keine Ahnung. Aber es heißt Ragout. Und es schmeckt wirklich sehr gut. It really tastes well. It tastes really good, actually. And all we need for that is flour, salt and pepper, either some water or some chicken stock, which I happen to have, a few slices of cheese. Any cheese will do. In my case, it's lactose-free cheese, about 100 grams of shredded meat. Usually it was made with pork, sometimes veal or chicken. A little bit of butter and a little bit of lemon. Then you need a few little bowls. I happen to have these. You can make them in any size if you just make the recipe bigger. But I'm going to make it as a little lunch appetizer. So this size is just fine. And here we go. Let's go to the stove. So the butter is melted. Die Butter ist zerlassen. Und jetzt nehmen wir das Mehl. And now we can use approximately 2 tablespoons of ordinary flour. Now this is for about 100 grams of chicken. If you make a bigger quantity, you just make it bigger. And so what we're basically doing right now is we're making a roux. So wir machen jetzt eine Mehlschwitze mit ungefähr 2 Esslöffeln Mehl. Wenn Sie natürlich eine größere Portion machen wollen, dann dementsprechend mehr Mehl. So, und jetzt nehmen wir einen Schneebesen, and now we take a whisk and add some of our chicken stock. So, and the idea now is to only add a little bit so that this dough will not be lumpy. Now take a look at this process. I keep adding a little bit of stock at the time, not too much, to create this roux. Also immer ein bisschen Flüssigkeit, in dem Fall Hühnerbrühe, dazufügen, aber nicht auf einmal, dann sonst wird es klumpig. So. Jetzt wird es schon langsam eine weiße Soße. So it becomes a white sauce slowly, but it's still a little too thick. Und wenn man nicht Hühnerbrühe dazu tun will oder hat, dann einfach mit Wasser. If you don't have chicken stock, water will do the same. And look how wonderful and silky and smooth it has become. Still a little thick, so maybe instead of the broth, I'm going to add a little bit of cold water. The broth has to be cold, so does the water. And there you go. There's your white sauce. We're just going to let it come back to a boil while I'm whisking it to just make sure it has the right consistency. So it's coming back to heat. So we now can add our 100 grams of chicken and salt and pepper. Now you probably would want white pepper, but I kind of like the look of the black peppercorns. Viele Leute würden jetzt wahrscheinlich weißen Pfeffer da reinmachen, um das nicht zu sehen, aber ich mag an und für sich die Farbe der schwarzen Körnchen. So. Und das jetzt schön aufkochen lassen und andicken lassen. Also auf kleiner Flamme jetzt andicken lassen. Das ist jetzt noch viel zu flüssig. Und noch ein bisschen abschmecken. Mal sehen, ob es genug Salz und Pfeffer hat. And then check the seasoning. Actually, it does have enough. Interesting. So we're just going to let this reduce a little bit, but you do have to move it because you don't want it to burn. So, ein paar Minuten sind vergangen und jetzt hat es ist es etwas reduziert. A few minutes went by and now it's reduced. And what you really have now is a chicken ragout. We're going to turn the heat off. So, das ist an und für sich ein Hühnerfrikassee, wenn man so will. Jetzt nehmen wir es mal hier rüber. Und hier haben wir die kleinen Schüsselchen. Und jetzt wird es einfach in die Schüsselchen eingefüllt. Die müssen natürlich in den Ofen rein. Also das kann nur etwas sein, was wirklich ofenfest ist. They have to go into the oven, so under the broiler. So they have to be heat-proof. Sometimes if I don't have any ramekins, I use cups. We fill it, since they're so small, right to the top. There you go. And now we're gonna put some cheese slices on top. And we're gonna preheat, or not preheat, but put our oven on low broil. And now we really have to watch those because we don't want them to burn. In the meantime, to serve it, all we need is lemon wedges, Lien Perrin. Oh, and I forgot, they've always been served with a couple of wedges of white toast. So this takes less than a minute, and look how lovely and brown and bubbly it is. Super, super hot. And this is how we serve it. Also das geht ganz schnell. Ein paar Zitronenscheiben, a couple of lemon wedges, and some toast. Now usually it's white toast that's being served with it, but today I'm out of white bread because we don't eat a lot of white bread. An und für sich wird das mit weißem Toast serviert, Weißbrot, aber im Moment habe ich kein Weißbrot da. Also, da muss es dieses Brot sein. So, und dann, and then all you do is you bring it to the table with Worcester sauce. And when you eat it, you just add some Worcester sauce on top. And while you scoop it out, you probably want to add some more. Now, does that not look good? And I wish you could smell that. So this is East German Ragout. Das ist das ostdeutsche Ragout. Und das essen wir jetzt zum Mittag. Guten Appetit!